Hey YouTube, welcome back to another Pipe Chats. Just enjoying the fine weather we got going on here. Nice and cool. This weather is crazy. It's been hot and humid. Had some rain, and then they kept calling for rain, then it never did rain here. And now I got the windows back open because it's low humidity, and it's like only like went down to like, I don't know, 59, 60 or 63 last night. So I had the windows open. I just hate this time of year because it's like open and shut, open and shut. I hate humidity. So right now it's cool, so I open everything back up. I think on Friday it's supposed to go up to 80s again, maybe even 88. I'm not sure, but I know the weekend's supposed to warm up. So I'm smoking some capstan in my Gimli pipe, well, my Cobbett dwarf pipe, but I call it the Gimli. Really enjoying it. Nice smoker. And I just finished Lord of the Rings, so that epic adventure is once again complete. So my next reading that I'm going to be doing, I don't think I read this last summer. So sometimes I read it every summer, sometimes I take a break. So I'm not sure. I may or may not have. I don't know. You guys can see that. Peter Benchley's Jaws. Nice summer read. Gets me in the mood for fishing. But I really enjoy the book. Of course, I enjoy the movie. I saw the movie first, obviously, growing up, before I, decided to read the book. And this is a really nice edition. I have the cover. The cover's pretty worn, so I took it off, but I have it inside. And this is the 1974 edition, and my heart jumped when I said, "Is this the first edition?" I forget. And then I was like, "Nah." But yeah, it doesn't say first edition. A lot of people are passing this off as on eBay and stuff, and people are thinking that they're getting the 1974 first edition, but it really has to say, literally, see how it says 1974 here, and then I believe, right here on this index with the ISBN number and everything, it'll say printed in the United States, and right under that it would say first edition. So this is not a first edition. I forget what I paid for it though, but it's a nice book. It's really good, for being in such a great condition, for it being a 1974 edition. So, going a little more about the book, to me, if you read Moby Dick, there's a lot of similarities between Quint and Captain Ahab. How, they're out for vengeance against this fish, and they both die at the end of the story. But then also, if you never read the book, Hooper dies too. But you're kind of like, unlike in the movie, how they have that buddy relationship between Roy Scheider and Richard Dreyfuss, in the book, it's he's screwing Brody's wife. So it's pretty much you're rooting for the shark to eat the son of a bitch, right? And you had that whole weird chemistry between his wife and him and everything, and it's just, at that point in the book it gets a little slow. It's like Peter Benchley got, like, I don't know, sidetracked or something, and he started writing all these different angles and things like that. But it's really well, I think when I was reading some background on this book, they said that, you know, when it first came out and everything, he really wasn't. It wasn't really that great in the eyes of the what the critics, you know. And that's isn't that always the case? I think it really didn't get big until the movie came out. I think that's when the book really took off. People started reading it again and stuff like that. I can't keep this lit today. And I did let it dry out too. Let's see if that gets it. So, other than that, starting a new book. Work's changing. I gotta start doing summer hours. Gotta work 9-hour days, but I get Fridays off, which is cool. 9 hours, 2 to 11, and then like I said, Fridays off. The beer we just made. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it at the end of this. So check that out. The Queen Anne's Revenge. That thing fermented in a day. It started kicking off that afternoon as soon as I pitched the yeast, but by that evening it was already going. By the next day, the krausen was all the way up to the top, and within 24 hours it was done. It was a boom, man, working. The head was, you know, the krausen head was all the way up to the top, and then the next day I get up and look, as still as black coffee. I'm like, oh my god. So I hope everything's good. It's just that, you know, I get a little leery when it works that fast. The yeast may have overtaxed themselves or something, you know. I mean, because it was warmer. Like I said, it was warmer the last couple of days, so the closet's been like 73 degrees. So, you know, when yeast works, if you don't have a fermentation fridge to keep the temperature at 68 degrees, obviously, it's going to be whatever the ambient temperature is. But you have to understand that when the yeast is working, it warms up that wort in there. That fermentation creates a heat. So then you have the heat from that. So it was sitting probably like close to almost like 78 degrees, maybe pushing 80 in there with it working, because I have a little test, you know, thermometer strip stuck to the side of the thing, and it always is higher than what the ambient temperature is in the room. So I hope that there's no off flavors or whatever. We'll of course we'll bring you back. I mean, it's not even been a week yet. So I mean, you know, it's like a waiting game. So, just enjoying the pipe. Not too much else going on. I'm watching a lot of videos, a lot of camping videos, hiking, bushcraft and stuff. I really enjoy that, since I can't get out. I get the itch though when I watch them videos, man, out there camping and hiking. But all things come to those who wait, right? So we got once the kids go back to school in September, be looking for a lot of camping, not camping, but a lot of hiking videos and maybe some kayaking. I don't know if I want to get out this summer kayaking. I really don't know. Captain's got a set sail, man. Well, we'll see. It's still warm in September, so I still might I have a good half day before I gotta pick up any of the kids from school, right? So we'll get set and sail. I'm sorry that this is just a ramble. This isn't planned. This is live. So, just the thoughts and stuff that's running through my head. Pumpkin plants are growing. I don't know if I'm gonna grow anything. I've been planting pumpkins. Last year I didn't even plant the pumpkins. They just grew themselves. I just threw a bunch of pumpkins in there and they just started growing. Of course, they just died off right away. And got a tomato plant, which is doing good, looks like. Got some yellow flowers coming in, so I will have some tomato. But the pumpkins, they start growing vines, and they start growing male flowers, and then it's just like, not last year, but the year before, I think they grew one female flower, but then something happens with the soil or something, and it just dries up and falls off. Doesn't even produce. The captain doesn't have a green thumb, that's for sure. The only time I grew pumpkins was the first year I started that garden. But then again, we didn't have all this tree cover either. And I'm not relocating the daggone thing. I mean, because there's shade all in the back. The sun's over here on this side for most of the day. But then it shifts in the afternoon. So it's like, whatever. And pumpkins are supposed to be the easiest thing that you can grow. This thing's all blown all over the place. I got ash. But, so we got the stout going to be coming on. I don't know what I'm going to brew after that. Because we're figuring that it's another week. Then we got to wait a week for the bottle up, carb up. So I'm probably not going to be drinking that till end of June, early July. So July into August, I don't know. Gotta look at my notes. See what I want to do again. It's hard to come up with new recipes. I mean, you try new stuff. You know what you like. I like my stouts. I like my porters. I like the darker beers. And then I like my lighter beers, like the Blanca's beer, my mama's tribute beer that we did, the Harvest Pale Ale. Maybe I'll do Harvest Pale Ale for the end of summer, early September, Maybe I'll do Harvest. I don't think I've done that in a while. That's a lighter beer too, in color. Other than that, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the bite, but I know I'm getting long-winded. Who knows how long this video is going to be. Oh well. It's content-ready channel. I mean, I see a lot of you guys doing them lives, and you go on there and look, and it's just like, wow, it's a 3-hour video. It's hard to rewatch something that you weren't a part of. I do lives if I could do it on my phone. I mean, my camera, like I said, on my laptop is crap. I've only done one live, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't think that I'm that entertaining yet. Unless I had something cool to show. If I could walk around, like I said, if I could walk around with my camera, man, on my phone, when I'm doing hikes, or if I get out fishing or something and do lives like that, that'd be pretty neat. I think that would really be neat. But nah, they don't. YouTube doesn't want the small guy to do anything. All right, guys, that's it for today. So, being the first mate, we'll get back to Jaws, and remember, let's set sail.